My contribution to police work is assisting my community that I live in, that my family lives in, and that my children are going to grow up in.
The most rewarding that I feel I get out of this job is the ability to reach out and contact people, reach out and empathize with what people are going through and help them resolve a problem.
I saw that there was a lot of people out there that needed some help, and sometimes those people aren't in a position to help themselves, and I felt the best way to do that was to get involved and be a positive factor in their lives.
Anybody that calls in is looking for help, is looking for direction, is looking for guidance. We get to provide that to them. We get to help them out in situations that most people don't even think about in their lifetime.
The day I found out I was going to be a police officer for the city of Tempe was one of the happiest days of my life. And from that point on, I've continued to love wearing this uniform. It's a complete honor to go out in uniform and to serve the community.
This was the job that I wanted. This is the job that fit my personality. It wasn't so much something I'd always ascribed to, it was something that just fit me.
I never planned on being a police officer. I went on a ride along with my friend who was a police officer, and instantly I thought, I gotta do this. This is a calling for me. I've been a police officer for 13 years now. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Every day is a challenge. It's a challenge because you don't know who's coming in and what demeanor they're in and what, emotions are going through their heads.
Born and raised in the city of Tempe, I wanted to give back to the citizens. I wanted to be able to keep the city safe that I live in and that my family lives in. And I just truly love Tempe and just wanted to give back to everyone that's here.
It's a calling. It's definitely a calling because there's times where it's not very rewarding. There's times when I'm not getting very much sleep. There's times when I'm tired. There's times when you sit there and you do ask yourself, like, why the heck am I doing this, And there's other things out there that I could probably do, but you keep coming to work and you just love it. I mean, there's no other job like this in the world.
The most rewarding part of the job for me is to be able to go out and help the other units within the police department take bad guys off the street. My name is Joe Rouget, and I'm assigned to the City of Tempe Police Department's Special Investigations Bureau, attached to our tactical team. The optimal outcome for us as a SWAT team is to bring the hostages home safely, bring ourselves home safely, and to bring the bad guy to justice safely without having to injure or hurt anybody.
I grew up in a neighborhood that was pretty high crime, so I want to get out and I want to be able to talk to people, educate people, and teach them some things that they can do to prevent becoming a victim later on.
My name is Detective Dennison Dawson, work for the Tempe Police Department, been on for 12 years now. Currently assigned to the Juvenile Division, school resource officer and also juvenile detective here at the campus of Tempe High School. I noticed on my campus the last 2 years that I've been here, we have a lot of problems at home, dysfunctional families, a parent in jail, somebody's on drugs, abuse at home, physical or sexual, mental or verbal. Some of these same things I experienced in my personal life. And so I'm able to share my life with the kids and say, look, you can make it out of it. If you make good choices, surround yourself around good people, you can make it out of it. It's possible.
My name's Tyler Watkins. I work in the Criminal Investigations Bureau. In criminal investigations, we take the work that patrol does in the initial responder and we follow up on that. So we work all different types of crimes, whether it be motor vehicle theft, homicides, sexual assaults, domestic violence crimes, and property crimes where I'm at.
I'm Kaylee Arredondo. I'm a City of Tempe police officer assigned to the Traffic Bureau. I like a challenge. The job is challenging in itself already, being just a cop in general, but being a motor, I really found an interest for DUIs and I found an interest for accidents. And in order to just do those full time, you had to become a motor. If we can take the impaired drivers off the road, that helps to keep families safe, pedestrians safe, everyone else, including the driver themselves, safe. It's much cheaper to take a taxi home than to get pulled over by a cop.
So anyone that comes in with misdemeanors, charges, depending on the time of day, will then determine whether they're going to go to 8:30 court or 4:30 afternoon court. My name is Olivia Calderon. I am a detention officer for the Tempe City Police Department. You're always ready to go. You mentally always have to be on your game, regardless of what the situation can be. You can never let that guard down at all.
We're constantly evolving our training to match what's out there. The way the training unit fights crime is to make sure the officers are safe. That's the way we aid in our strategic plan. That's the way we keep our community safe.
We're also following breaking news out of Tempe.
There is so many different stories, and my job is to get the accurate story. I work with our police officers, I read the reports, I talk to witnesses, I also read what they say, and I compile all that together. So we put out an accurate story of what happened in our neighborhoods.
My canine is an explosive detection dog, so his specialty is that he is trained to detect the odors of explosive devices. So we're used in situations where an explosive may be present and we need to identify whether or not there possibly is an explosive. My name is Officer Frank Razzo, and I am with the Tempe Police Department. I'm currently assigned to our K-9 unit.
I'm Diane Campbell. I'm a radio supervisor here at Tempe Police Department. We take care of maintaining all the radio communication with the officers. We handle all the incoming phone calls, the 911 calls, emergency, non-emergency calls. After hours, we do the administrative lines so that we're helping anybody that calls in to find out what it is, where it is, and how we can help them. We average over 600 calls that are non-emergency each day. In addition to that, we have over 300 911 calls each day.
We cannot lose sight that our #1 goal is to fight crime and keep the community safe, and that's what we're out doing. If we can prevent crimes from occurring, if we can prevent serious collisions from occurring, if we can remove impaired drivers from our roadway and maybe eliminate a serious injury or fatal collision, that's what we're trying to do every day.
Serving the public and having some sense of purpose or calling in life, I mean, it's to know that you did something meaningful and purposeful by serving the public, getting, again, it sounds real simple, but just getting bad guys off the street, it's a good feeling.
We have got the best of the best here at Tempe.
Everybody's here because they want to help. They want to do good, you know. I mean, everybody remembers those times when you were a kid and you were playing cops and robbers, you know. You were rarely the robber, you know. You always wanted to be the good guy, and I think everybody has that inside of them.
It's ultimately been my lifelong dream to become a police officer, so it was a goal of mine as I was young.
If you find a job that you enjoy, you've never worked a day in your life, and that absolutely holds true to me. I don't feel like coming to work is a burden. I really enjoy my job of finding bad people and putting them in jail to make our community safer.
My favorite part about the job is being able to go out and actually train these guys who are very good at their jobs and being able to help them become the best.
Everybody comes here in my unit to work. They show up early, they leave late. Why? Because they really like making sure that officers are safe. It makes me feel proud of what I do.
People call us at their most vulnerable moments, and we need to respond, and we need to be on the top of our game every time that call comes through the radio.
I love being here. Every day these kids let you know how much they love you. They show me every day I'm here. They come running up to you, they give you hugs. They're Officer Dawson, Officer Dawson. You get to see on your impact on a daily basis out here.
We're people just like anybody else. We have good times, we have bad times. We understand that the community also has good times and bad times. We want to be there to comfort you, to be there for any time you may have a bad time. But when you're having a good time, we want to be there also. We're there for you, we're there to help serve, and that's our job, that's our duty, and that's our goal.